Good morning. We have yet another heavy load. Definitely one of those max weight loads. I didn't actually scale myself this time, but it's very similar to the last one. That lumber wrap on that top one there looks like it's coming off. Before I call it a night, I'll kind of tuck it in just in case it rains on the weekend. Don't want to get the lumber all wet. I'll just kind of tuck it in. I could throw another strap. I guess I could tuck it in and take this strap off and put another strap there and another one there to keep the wrap in a bit. We'll see. It's just the one that's doing that. But yeah, max weight load. I was actually overweight on the drive, so I got him to move those bundles back a bit. And that evened it out nice so that all the axles are pretty much maxed out. So yeah, that's our load today. Headed home. We'll deliver this on Monday. Oh, hey, Cookie Monster. What are you doing here? You gonna eat all the cookies? Better not eat all the cookies. Oh wait, I think I ate all the cookies. Good thing we're headed home. Some of you know where I am, and if you do, you recognize that hill in front of us. I know I've struggled on that hill before with heavy loads, but never this heavy. I am going to go to low range, direct, the lowest gear I have, because I have never pulled a load this heavy up this hill, and I've always struggled with the lighter loads. In the winter, the one time, I made it almost to the top and then started sliding backwards. Luckily, that was with the quad deck, and I could kind of steer the slide backwards down until we stopped sliding, and I was going no, because we kept sliding sideways, and eventually my drives ended up in the curb down here, and I managed to get chains on and then climb the hill. So we're just going to stay in first gear until we're at the top. Give her all the beans. Actually, let's put our lockers on. One clicked in right away, and the other one clicked in. Perfect. We're heavy enough we might spin our tires if I don't put the lockers on. So yeah, we're in Oliver. I just fueled up at the Esso here. Going home. Home sweet home. Now I'm at the top of the hill, but the trailers are not. You have to remember the trailers are still climbing. There we go. I wasn't going to risk it. Yeah, there's an airplane sitting there taxiing. Or at least the engine's running. It looks like he's waiting at the end of the runway there. Cool if he took off. There's a pickup coming, so I won't hang out. I realize the lockers are on. I can't turn. Can't turn. There, now lockers are off. Just pushing me straight. Some nice helicopters parked over there. So we're kind of like behind the airport. Engine brakes on. Yeah, it seems like it'll be a heavy week this week. 2 of these super heavy loads. So I'm once again right in the 63,000 kilogram range. Had to come down the mountains pretty slow. Make sure I don't overheat the brakes. At least this time they're with my trailers and not trailers that I don't know. It's kind of nice having my trailers back. They did not fix everything on them, because I noticed one of my winches is still seized up. There's still a broken weld on one of the toolboxes. It's all, the stuff they missed is super minor. Don't know when you were waiting there for a car because you have your own runway. You can go on the runway and then merge over. I don't have that choice, but the car is still confused. Excuse me. Welcome to downtown Oliver. I wonder what movie's playing down here. Love the theater down here. I highly suggest coming here to just experience the old school theater feel, like early 90s. This theater is still stuck in the early 90s. If you want that experience, the popcorn is so good too. This blue building here, the Oliver Theater. If is playing, if your imaginary friends were real, if. That might be worth going watching. We'll see what the weekend looks like. If it's all of a sudden rainy, maybe I'll bring Jess down here. Have Tickleberry's ice cream and come see a movie? That'd be romantic, right? Go on a date night with her? Shh, don't tell her. If the weather's beautiful and sunny, we won't do that. We're going to go rollerblading then. But if all of a sudden the weather's kind of grumpy, I might just do that with her. I know it means less live streams from me, but you know what? Date nights are more important than live streams. So yeah, we'll head north, go past Vaseux Lake, Okanagan Falls, climb Waterman Hill, past the Kaleden Scale. You'll see Skaha Lake, and we'll pull into Penticton, home sweet home. The clouds look pretty grumpy today again, don't they? There's blue skies in the morning. Still cloudy blue. Like there's a little blue now, but they definitely look darker and grumpier than they did in the morning. It's not exactly magic hour, but the sun is kind of behind us, because it's kind of to our left and behind us, so it gives a bit of that magic hour effect. So it's a good time of day to be recording video driving northbound. It'd be a crappy video driving westbound right now. Eastbound video might be okay too. I know editing the video, looking at the grumpy clouds in 4K, it's pretty neat. I'm kind of happy with how the videos are working out. I'm like, hey, that actually gives the feeling we're in. I know the videos aren't doing justice to the depth and the size of the mountains and stuff, but it kind of gives the right feeling. I like the 4K grumpy clouds. Looking at some of the little fields and stuff, some of the lush green we're already losing. Some of it's going gold already. We really need these grumpy clouds to rain, or else we lose our lush green. Because looking at the ditches and stuff, it's like some of it is already losing its lush green look. I'm a little nervous that we're going to go to a golden dry desert summer here pretty quick. Soon all the watered lawns will really stand out. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully we get a lot more rain. I've seen a lot of those sporty Porsches today. I wonder if there's race night for the Porsches at the Speedway. There's Oliver Speedway. It's actually south of Oliver. That racetrack is designed by I can't remember who designed it, by he's a famous race car, like an Indy race car driver, and it's becoming very well known. So you see some very, very high-end sports cars in the Okanagan Valley, the more that racetrack is getting known. And you can go watch for free. It's a small little area. You can drive up to the racetrack. We have to drive down this little gravel road. It's pretty bumpy in a little gravel parking lot. And if you sit there, you can watch the cars go by for free. Hopefully nobody ruins that. Makes that go away, but they also have a little go-kart track that's quite expensive to go race at, but they're real go-karts. They're fast, and it's a lot of fun. When we went, I know my brother and sister-in-law came with us. Who else was there? Can't remember. Maybe Jeff, one of my co-drivers, was there. I can't remember. Maybe Jess went. I don't know if Jess went. I think Jess went. And we took our motorcycle helmets with and didn't use their helmets, used our own helmets, and had our Sennas attached, so we were all talking to each other while racing. And one of the other driver goes, "You guys are talking to each other, that's cheating! No wonder you guys always knew what was going on." It's like, yeah, we had a bit of an unfair advantage, but honestly, you were much faster, so we used the chatter to communicate with each other to stay out of the way of the fast drivers. It's like, hey, so-and-so, there's a fast car coming up behind you. Of course, me being like 240 pounds, almost said kilogram, pounds, my car's never the fastest. I still made some decent laps. Pretty loud. Here's Vaseux Lake coming up. Now, if you guys want to see more Okanagan Valley videos, tune in on Mondays and Fridays. That's the most likely day you guys will get Okanagan videos, because it's usually me driving home or leaving home on Mondays and Fridays. I mean, you're not always going to get Okanagan on Mondays and Fridays, but if that's what you're into, that's the days to check. They're much more likely to be those videos. I did see the Bighorn Mountain Sheep by Penticton. Today, driving by, it's like, oh, there's a small little herd of, maybe 15 of them. I'm like, hopefully that's not the whole herd. I hope there's more, but there's a pretty small herd down there. Beautiful little lake to go kayaking in. No powered boats are allowed in this lake, so it's a perfect kayaking lake, kayaking canoeing lake. Car behind me looks pretty racy. It looks like they're eager to get by me, but they're going to have to wait a little bit. Crossing the double solid line, looking, so they're thinking about it. Looks like a street racing car. Street racing is quite big here. It's kind of one of those open secrets. I know one person that does the street racing. It is illegal, but it happens. For the most part, they do it pretty sensibly. They show up at big open parking lots and set up a course in the parking lot and do their races and then get out. The person I'm talking about did the car racing He won a couple of awards at car shows for the best tuned car. Did the suicidal thing of motorcycle racing. Motorcycle street racing. Ugh. He's got his pilot's license. Well, had his pilot's license. Had a heart attack and no longer has the pilot's license. But he was doing the sporty, stunty stuff in the plains. He's a bit of a adrenaline junkie. His life kind of just collapsed on him. He used to be an awesome, awesome dude. And just completely went into depression and failed, and he was engaged to get married. A few days before the wedding, one of the bridesmaids had to mess it all up. Basically, they were just chatting in a group, having fun, and one of the bridesmaids asked, "Why do you love so-and-so?" And the bride couldn't come up with an answer. And he's like, "What do you mean you don't know why you love me?" And he broke it off. Complicated than that, but sad when somebody's life gets turned upside down like that. So you kind of feel sorry for the guy. Plus 19 degrees over here. Yeah, it'd be pretty nice on a motorbike right now, even in the shade. As long as the rain doesn't happen, motorbike ride would be nice. Oh yeah, by the way, welcome to OK Falls. Officially, the name is Okanagan Falls. And no, there is no waterfalls. Yes, there used to be a waterfalls, but they built a dam. Just for flood and irrigation control. It says 50 and I'm not quite there. Okay, now we're there. If you're ever coming through, I highly recommend pulling over here to the right side, pulling over here, Tickleberries, and pick a cool ice cream to eat. Hopefully they have the mural repainted soon. I hear this hotel, OK Falls Hotel restaurant is pretty darn good food. Haven't had any food there yet. If you're going northbound on Highway 97, please don't stop here. It just frustrates everybody. You got the right of way to make that corner. Don't stop, just go. Get tourists all the time just stopping there. It's like, no, just go. Just go. Please, just go. Right about here is where the falls used to be. Vaseux Lake to our right. The falls would have been to our left. Railroad trestle bridge going across. And instead of making diving off of the trestle bridge illegal, they put in some staircases and made it safe to dive off. You still have to be careful where you dive off. I don't recommend you just dive off. Go swim there. There's underwater hazards. Don't just dive off in a random spot. You will unalive yourself. But they realize you're not going to stop people from diving. Let's make it as safe as we can. And of course, there's a beautiful old railroad bed you can follow on your bike all the way from Okanagan Falls up into Penticton. Actually, you can actually follow the trail all the way up to Summerland. Or go the other side and go to Naramata. Follow the bike trail that way and go through the old railroad tunnels up that way. And then if you keep going, you'll go around past Naramata and head through Myra Canyon, lots of trestle bridges and tunnels that way. And if you just stay on the track, eventually you'll end up in Rock Creek. And then in Midway, and then Greenwood, and then Grand Forks. And then you can keep going to Christina Lake and all the way to Castlegar. If you want the other direction in Summerland, if you stay on that trail, it would bring you up to Princeton. Princeton, it would bring you up, what's the town called up there? There's actually two towns up that way. Tulameen? I think Tulameen. And from Tulameen, you could work your way up towards the Coquihalla Highway along the old railroad bed, end up in Othello, the Othello tunnels, which are closed right now, under construction, getting repaired. So one could bike all the way from Hope to Castlegar. Whoever's in the pickup, say hi to me in the comments. Because they came beside me, looked at me, and then kept going. Pretty sure they recognized me. My first instinct was think it was somebody else. I'm like, that looks like so-and-so's vehicle, but no. I saw them earlier trucking over to Castlegar, so. Alright, dump truck. I'll go off the throttle a bit for you. some horses out there. Cool. Never see horses out there. I saw a little obstacle course set up for horses, but I've never seen them out there before. Go down the road off to the left over here, or White Lake Road, you can go to the radio observatory, check out their hours, and you can actually tour it. I really need to bring Jess there too. There's so many places here I've been to that I need to give Jess a tour of. Dominion Radio Astrophysical Observatory. I predict the scale is closed. Scale closed. There's a block of wood laying there. Expect delays. Check Drive BC for updates and closures. Highway 97 construction at North Beach, whatever. That's in Summerland, that big rock slide area. Doug's Homestead. Homemade sausages and beef jerky and meat. Can't go wrong chopping there either. The lake you see beside us here is still Skaha Lake, same lake we saw in Okanagan Falls. The trestle bridge. It continues all the way to Penticton, and then on the other side of the Penticton you can kind of see a slit of the lake is Okanagan Lake. Penticton is just like on a sandbar between the two lakes. Penticton is actually a native sentence. The forever place. Basically, it's a place to stay forever. You don't have to migrate. If you live over here, if you settle here as a native, you don't have to migrate in the winter. You don't have to migrate south. In the summer, you don't have to migrate north. There's that perfect temperature and lots of fish. The forever place. personally, it'd be kind of cool if we gave some of their land back. There's a lot of crown land around here that'd be so easy to just give it back to the people that actually own it. Home sweet home. The lake doesn't look all that smooth today, a little on the rough side. I think I see a dragon boat in the water. Must be practicing. They do dragon boat races here every summer too on Skaha Lake. What we'll do is we'll drive past Skaha Lake here, we'll turn onto Channel Parkway, and then we'll call it a day. The Barefoot Beach Resort. The resort's to the left, the beach is to the right. There's actually an under road walkway that gives you access to the beach. Penticton Airport on the left. Hopefully you guys have a great weekend. Tune in for that bonus video tomorrow. Actually, usually tonight. I released the bonus video Friday late night. I call it a Saturday video, but really it gets released on Friday night. Pacific time zone anyway. And then of course, the ASMR video on the other channel is out already too. Got a new one there. And the rest of you guys, I will see back on Monday. Thank you guys so much for all your support. Jess and I just appreciate you guys so much. Without you guys, literally we couldn't have these awesome quality cameras. Keep making this content, so thank you. Really, really appreciate it. Hopefully Jess will be with us. It'll be over a month before she comes back with us, but hopefully she'll come back with us soon and I won't be as bored. You guys won't be as bored. Well, I got Cookie Monster. And perhaps a surprise passenger. We'll see when. Might be on Monday's video. It might be in who knows when, but There might be a surprise passenger. I have no idea if it'll happen, but for now, I am out of here. You guys absolutely rock. I thought the timing was almost perfect. I could honk. Here we go.